All right, so AIM 9.6, what it was manorialism. You should have that in your book. We just shared out some responses to the do now, so away we go. All right, I'll give you a second. All right, we've been using the word feudalism a lot, but just to be specific, feudalism is referring to the social and political system that exists here. It is the social class system, and it is the idea that the king is, it's also the political system. It is the king, kind of is the king of obviously the whole country or the whole region, whatever we're talking about. And then the noble is kind of the lord of their own little kind of world. Okay, this manor, this little world of theirs. They're kind of their own king, right? But they answer to the real king. So feudalism is the social and political system, and manorialism is the economic system. This is the actual economic system of labor, service, and payment, or in this case, protection, right? So that's the distinction that we're making. This is a lord or noble exploiting a serf who is working on this land, right? They are getting that free labor, and in return, they are offering protection. So a manor is described as the lord's house and the land and the peasants who live around it and the land that they work. So a manor is essentially a self-contained town. Everything you need is right in this area. You don't ever have to leave. Some manors are small. They are the size of, 2 city blocks. Okay? Other manors are large. They are the size of Rhode Island or Delaware, the size of a state, hundreds of square miles, huge. Okay? So, but regardless, on a manor is everything that you need to survive. So you can see kind of the diagram that they're using here. Here's the, the noble's house kind of up on the hill, right? Fortified, everything's great. And they can look down over their people. There's a house, there's housing for serfs, there's land to plant crops in and work. And there's, maybe a blacksmith, and there's a church, and there's one of everything that you need on this manor. Because the idea here, again, is that you live your whole life on this manor and you never ever leave. Everything you need is here. You are born here, you live here, you die here with very few exceptions. If and when you have to leave as a serf, you have to ask permission, right? And that's the idea. So we know that feudalism is largely about protection, right? So you can see this is a totally enclosed, fortified kind of area. This is obviously a version of the smallest, this is a representation of the smallest version of a manor that we would ever see, right? I mean, this is, not very big at all. But this is just kind of illustrating the principle of what manorialism is really all about. This is the small area where people will live their whole life, and everything that you need is right here. So the do now question, where we were talking about what would life be like if everything you needed was right on your block, this is the conversation that we're having here. This is the life that these people are living. Everything they can need is right here on their block. So it is all of the positive and negative aspects of having everything you need right on your block. Those same things are true for manorialism. The positives and negatives of manorialism are the same as the positive and negative to having everything you need right on your block. So the same way you guys answered that, those are the inferences that we can make about what life was like on the manor based on what we know.